All right, everyone, welcome back to the EGFC Power Series Valorant. Our technical issues have been resolved, but sadly, it resulted in Kingpin stepping out. Magic Spells, one of their player coaches, going to be stepping in for that as Kingpin was at 1300 ping, and I don't know about y'all, but having to deal with that, you're effectively looking at 2 frames when you just walk in. So very similar. I think basically the same comps, and honestly, I think they're required to stay on the same comps just to keep all fairness. You can't have a DC change up your comp and go from
Select
there.
your agent.
Yeah. So I'm joined by Ash, and hope you're enjoying these games. We have a couple more games in this first half. We apologize it for being so delayed at the moment, but we're going to try our best to get you all of the best action in this series. Just like it has been confirmed, and it's the same heroes. Okay, so alright, so coming in, Magic Spells. Gonna be curious to see how this goes. Buys a bit of utility. And players excited to finally start. Marist not picking up the bomb just yet, noticing that. What is going to be their push this time? Posturing more towards A. Rotating around, maybe a bit of a split push, or maybe just a bit of a hold to look out of what is effectively the mid area. There goes our pump connoisseur. Trying to boom bot out. Got a little bit of a glimpse, so maybe he just wants to get a bit of damage if possible. Shock dart, actually, nice little bit of a follow-up. Brings a couple players down. I think that actually took away some of their armor. Dog gonna just be rotating out. Going into hookah. Magic Spell's already waiting. Gets one. Doesn't get a second. They do trade it because nice little hand already waiting there. Atsu, all that we have left, 2 HP. Doesn't get anything. Nice shot on to Argos though. The first round does go the way of Marist, who want to make up for earlier. We head into a replay. You see Magic Spells, nice shot onto Dog, but did have to reload and actually kind of flicked a little too high. It actually maybe took off the head of both of those players.
It's really unfortunate that he couldn't secure those last 2
Hi,
kills.
Ash.
Was good for 3. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Long time no see. But unfortunate that he couldn't secure those last 2 to be good for 3K. Marquette with this Yoru pick. It's going to be exactly what we saw in the first map of the day on Bind, where Yoru is going to be kind of waiting for all of that initial initiator utility to really make any plays. Let's see, shower is secure, the orb has been taken, Hunter's Fury is slowly being built up to, and Atsu is likely going to fall right after Dog, who's been taken out, and Euro is going to shock dart to secure that kill. Out on B is Crotify. They're going to be taking out Johnny Silverhand, has been tucked away. It's 4 players to 2, and Marquette, they're in a tight spot.
Type spot indeed, and this double duelist out from Marist not working out originally, but it just seems that they might have a little better aiming than Marquette. Excuse me, Steve-O makes me have to eat my words there. Gets one, doesn't finish it up in the end. So it's still gonna be 2-0 for Marist, but this 4-spy had them lose 3. Gonna be a bit of a rough buy this next round. Still a bonus though, as Marquette enters the rifle round.
Marist are feeling comfortable. I like the utility usage on A to have shock darts and paint shells to inflict damage and make the attackers feel, a little bit less than welcome to push into the A site. That they can then leverage that, especially in a round like this, to finish the job with Spectres. They know they can get some free chip damage. Yellow throws, though. That's a little bit of an aggressive play to be making right now. 24 HP left, completely punished for it. But Dog, on the other hand, rewarded for pushing up showers. It looks like the Hunter's Fury is the key desire of Marquette. We haven't seen a lot of orb farming, but today it looks like that's changing.
Yeah, Shark Dart kind of trying to get an entry in, shoots the duplication. Not going to be getting too much from it, but Stevo from across the point going to be taking out their intel gathering player. All on, it's just up to a couple of players now. At this point, it's looking like this operation from
Last player standing.
Yeah, the tour de force from Johnny Silverhand. Honestly, don't need to save it there. You can really just go for it. But okay, decides to not push. I'm a bit confused here. You don't lose your utility that you can lose your utility, so really no reason not to push Ash. I lost here.
I think he's trying to go for exit frags, assuming that they're going to try to chase him for the kill. But the reality is they also know that, I mean, it's exactly like you said. There's nothing for Johnny to lose by going in. If they went to go push him, there's nothing for Marquette to gain by killing him. So they leave. They get to build up their entire economy, and Silverhand is just left with nothing, essentially. They've been robbed of the kills, and they had to go into the spike explosion to even ensure that they could buy here in round number 4.
Indeed, and now kind of the first equal round. Obviously, the economy for Marist, for Marquette, confuses me that their colors are opposite than their college colors are opposite than the position they're playing currently in Valorant. A little bit of a silly thing, but Marquette having a bit better of an economy, throwing a frag out does actually destroy the trademark. They don't get that confirmation, so they're still gonna have to go for a bit of a blind peek. It's blades instantly and gets the rendezvous out of there. That is well worth it. Natsu throwing a flash in. L command to be used for this entry. Stevo makes it worth it. This one flashes into the overall elbow position. Just waiting there. Spike will be planted. A flank from Argos. And a beautiful play. They had to know it from playing this ranked ladder earlier. I had to tease them there. But gets the TP.
Remaining.
And now with everyone being so low for Marquette, Dog at 33 HP, try to prevent it, but that gets a dash out of there, nothing in it, and Marist will take their third.
Round in the favor of Marist. Total round score in them as well. We get a little look-see. Johnny with an amazing position, and then the reservation to pull back, and Atsu, of course, finding one of their own. Really got to point out Argos's aggression, that it was rewarded to push through A and find the wraparound. What that means for Marquette is they have to be wary of losing their chamber. Crotify cannot fall so early. Now, in that scenario, Argos, is the one who killed them. What it really means is they also need to be wary of the fact that Raze and Jet can jump on over those traps, or they can smoke them off completely for these lurks. It's not like Cypher or KJ, where there's a lot more information that can be gathered. They're consistent with it. Not through the smoke, Yellow Bros. Not through the smoke.
Not through the smoke. Let's get traded for by Crotify, but Crotify goes low though. Both chambers at roughly about the same HP, so equal fight. Argos with the shorty. Og wants to peek in, but maybe a bit worried. There's nothing to really prevent it right now. Argos jumps down into Dog's crossfire. Not the play you wanted there. Marquette has the player advantage. Might want to push. Posturing more towards A. Stevo on B might be causing a couple players to think about maybe movement. Think about potential retake. I think Yellow Rose had to have seen something. And now catches a bullet from Blades.
30 seconds left.
Smoking on to sight. Become bolt gonna be destroyed. Get a shot up. No shots off there.
Spike
Yellow Bros
down
gets
A.
fortified. Yellow
Last
Bros gets
player
2.
standing.
It's, with the trades out, one player is remaining. Coming from heaven, coming from
Spike
CT.
planted.
Silverhand is very low. Already in position. Actually looking the wrong way though. Looks the wrong way. Knowledge is going to be gained though. Evo looking in actually even the wrong direction. Trademarked is rendezvous here. It looks away at the wrong moment. Can't even rendezvous away. And Marquette close to bringing it back, Ash, but not. Or excuse me, Marquette gets their second. Marist close to clutching it out, but not enough at the end.
Very much so a back and forth. And as we peek at the scoreboard, we can see that the tools available to Marquette are expanding. They've got the 2 to 4s they have from the shadows, but more importantly, they're 1 off from the dimensional drift. And that's going to be a lot more information. It's going to flip the roles. It means that Atsu gets to play like an initiator, procuring all the information, and the initiators now will be left with the responsibility to push in. But they need to secure this orb first. And Magic Spells is the one guarding it. He's in their way.
Yeah, okay, Paranoia coming out. Dog gets the Hunter's Fury kill there. Let's at least bring it back. Makes it equal again. From the shadows available if they want to get a little bit of scouting information, if they wanted to try to check something. And that's something we don't see at the collegiate level. I've seen it at the pro level now. You just don't really see a lot of from the shadows used unless they're going for a spike grab, going for a little bit of a cheeky play. Teleport coming in, duplication shot, and it actually allows Argos to get flashed and killed, and the shadow's going to be used. Actually, TP's up to there. Gonna go down. Cool, equal players on both sides. Oh, come on. Atsu, come on.
Ilbro steps out of heaven to take care of Atsu and pushes into the site, tries to make space for the rest of the defense. It's 2 attackers left for the post plant, and Yellow Bros knows where one of them is, holding this Omen smoke, and flicks to the head. Dog is put down, and now Stevo is finished. It's the classic in Silverhand's golden shot, and we move into the defuse. That's going to be round 4 for the side of Marist.
Sure, for sure. 4-2 Marquette. I want to see their guns. I want to see their economy. Not doing probably not what they want necessarily. Argos. Okay, so stingers. So I see a stinger for one set for Atsu. Does have the dimensional drift, so maybe waiting to come in, wanting to get behind them, set up a TP, get a pick or 2, TP out of there, and maybe pick up a better gun. And hope for much else. And that is at least part 1 complete. Johnny Silverhand getting another pick off again for rendezvousing out of there. Stinger coming in. Stinger not gonna get the Johnny Silverhand that we have seen. Pixels going down, so no Paranoia, no smokes. Yellow Bros goes down to the classic. Everyone's going down to classics at the moment.
Last player standing.
Okay, at least that was a Phantom. Argos, all that we have left. But now the rest of this team, all of Marist are going to be able to pick up rifles. It's Blade. Quite so low, has to dodge all of this as much as they can. Goes for the first shot, gets 1. Dog hits finishes the thrifty. But then the
Post-mortem.
Boombot, yeah, gets Argo from the grave, and 4-3, but everyone had gone down.
That is unlucky. Oh, I hope that's in the replay. We see the spray down. Okay, Johnny Silverhand, that's his signature position. Up there we go. First kill by Argos, he goes in. Interesting that there is no information on how low Crotify is, but it doesn't matter because Dog just takes all of the initial damage from the spray and falls post-mortem to the boombot. That's enough to make a grown man cry.
Or the forest gonna be popped out. Argos pushing a little bit aggressively. These duelists for the side of Marist really love trying to push up there more. Flash through Bath, very nice. Null command also used as well, so it forces Marquette, forces Marist to maybe step back a bit. Want to even this series out. Will be planted. Yellow Bro is flanking. It's a shot through the wall.
Last player standing.
And Atsu gets one and makes Johnny Silverhand the lone remaining player. With this tour de force, not going to be enough. Marquette even us out 4-4 on bind.
This really is an intense tug of war between the two teams. That, although I feel like Marquette overall, their composition is a little bit stronger. They aren't able to fully leverage it completely. It feels like the utility timings aren't completely rehearsed, and that's enabled Marist to counterattack. That they've been able to kind of hold angles in an aggressive manner and go unpunished, which they really shouldn't be able to do against two initiators. And hey, it's happening regardless. They're turning the tide. I like the clone of the fake out usage. Immediately is going to flash, and Silverhand isn't even going to give them the opportunity to find them.
Indeed, and ooh, I think they spotted where Argos is, but not gonna get the confirmed kill there. Ultron gonna kiss each other back out of there. Satchel charge out. It's not wanting to do anything, and actually it's out of there. Checks kills. Ooh, but everyone is going down. Just really gonna be used. Not gonna get anyone for it, but you know, still 3v3. A beautiful shock dart to take out Argos. Yellow Bros with the Sheriff makes it even again. Mike hasn't been planted yet.
Last player standing.
Yeah, it walks straight into it. All up to magic spells here. Coach, last minute step in. Paranoia as they walk through lanes. Goes down, and Marquette take the lead. What feels like the first time in this game.
Yeah, 5-4. They got a couple of rounds under the belt. Looks like Marist are going to be relegated to a little bit of a worse for wear economy. They do have two ults to work with, but I don't think they're going to be implemented. They're not really effective ones. Maybe this is the kind of round where Blade Storm and Tour de Force would be most effective, but unfortunately neither are really available for Marist. So they're pretty much going to be relegated to whatever they can buy, which the strongest of their weapons is really a Spectre. And if they're lucky, the Bucky might find some value, but I want to say it's unlikely.
Unlikely for sure. Elbro's holding it. Held it for too long. Oh, that wanting to have trigger discipline. That's definitely, don't take that in the wrong way if you're watching this and are new to Valorant. We're waiting for more players to advance, but sadly, Blades checked the corner and took out Yellow Bros.
Yeah, that A pocket is traditionally a one and done angle. You can't, unless they are looking completely away from you, it's within their vision cone if they turn slightly.
Indeed.
Just very triggered. It's going to find one. It's going to find the counterpart and do a little bit of extra damage, but Marquette are going to clean up. They're going to, at the end of the day, take the round in their favor, and they have half of the rounds in this first half. They're going to take 6 and 4, and it looks like they're just going to continue to spiral forward because while, all right, Marist now have rifles, Vandals, and Phantoms, and sure, the From the Shadows is right around the corner, I want to say for Marquette, their Dimensional Drift is going to give them a lot more value. Now, in the last round that they used it, it wasn't necessarily perfect. It didn't go according exactly to plan. They were displaced for a bit, but now it could really give it a go.
Dimensional Drift going to be used as we enter our penultimate round of the half. Marquette has so many ults, just doesn't feel weird to use them. At least Scouts 2, maybe a third. Actually uses it, but doesn't get anything for it. Just kind of TPs out right in front of them. The 4v3. And from the shadows going to be used, scouting out a little bit. TP's right into Johnny Silverhand, and you Blades, you saw that. You saw where that happened. A little bit of a mistake from our Marquette side. Potentially could cause Marist to come back in this. Smokes off. What's the first one? Recon ball, excuse me.
One enemy remaining.
It's one. All onto magic spells now. The coach is gonna clutch. It's gonna be rough. It's flash. It's gonna be too late, sadly. And as we go in to our last round of the half, Marquette up 7-4.
So when you see 4-7, it's Marist College. They're going to go ahead and have, although a weaker economy, finally those signature ultimates are going to be necessary. It's Yellow Bros with the Blade Storm, following through with Argos as the showstopper. From the shadows, yet to be used by magic spells, hasn't really had that opportunity. Those duelist ultimates specifically are going to be key in procuring extra weapons, and we see Argos popping it up immediately to find Dog.
That is exactly how you want to start this round. Flash from Atsu. Atsu's so low. In the Spectre. He's gonna get one. Showstopper gonna get a second. One kill away from getting those paint shells back. Magic spells. See, that's what you. I want Blades to be watching this and see how they used it for TPs. Yellow sees Blade and catches a glimpse. Let's get the arrows off it completely. Fortify pops the toward force. Last round, no reason in the half, no reason not to. Come Bolton. Argos gets the third and actually gets those paint shells back. Something vital to remember.
One enemy remaining.
And okay, he's gonna be using it. Misses the shot. Gets one. Coming in. It's two. This paranoia surely will cause them to die, and they do an Argos with a 4K. Clutch it out 7-5 to finish the half.
Switching sides.
So now we enter the pistol. Of course, the entire economy is reset. 800 across the board. The momentum is going to be essentially neutralized. Now for Marist, their advantage in the attack is the fact that they have both two duelists and a Sova behind them. Their weakness will be that there's essentially nothing for them to do on post plant. If they don't get the initial site picks, if they don't get 1 to 2 frags in each round, if Marquette plays their lives and escapes, Marist will not win the post plant. It's just how it's going to go because Marquette have so many different avenues to get information and enter a site in a way that is to their advantage. They have 4 flashes, 1 blind, 2 shock darts, the recon bolt, the knife to disable anyone within its radius. They're going to be huge. And Atsu is even bigger. He starts off the defense with the first blood. Unfortunately for the rest of Marquette, he's taken out by the hands of Silverhand's Headhunter. We're going to see him work up. Take their time. And Marist, they feel a little bit more confident knowing there's one less player on B. No rotations have gone out yet by Marquette from the A side holders. They're finally moving through. But it's a little bit too late. Yellow Bros has already made it. They put a bullet into Skeevo's head, so he's already down. Now Dog is going to even up the agent numbers and in fact put Marquette further with a shot onto Magix, but no one was careful of where Yellow Bros could be. He gets a free pick, enabling Johnny Silverhands in a 1 versus 2 situation, but there's no more bullets in that Headhunter, leaving him with just the pistol. And Dog comes out on top with a 3K in this first round, meaning they get a total of 4 ult orbs as they picked up the 1 in B main, and then on top of it, a 5th for their troubles in defusing the spike. That's going to be huge. And they're going to move forward into the second round of the second half with the anti-eco buy up to the Spectres.
All right, it's a 8-5. Marquette won the first, forcing from here, Ashton. Marshall in the hands of Blades. I'm always looking at those, especially with not a lot of armor for Marist right now.
Revealing area.
Ooh, that's the presence of 2 players. Both shooting the dart. It's gonna give more than enough info.
Exactly what they needed, yeah. And Atsu waiting with the flash. Maybe wanting to peek in, doesn't get the kills that they need, but does see the rotation away. They're still going to be at Fountain. They're waiting to maybe do a little bit of trickery. Blades gets one. Argos with that, actually A's going to be cleared, and Atsu with the spray. Yellow Bros dashed away and actually made it a little easier for Atsu to finish it all up, and all the rest of these players from Marist, one shark dart away from being killed each. I got one. Running in with moonshotting in, not going to be working out for them, but it does still end in Marquette's favor. Four players alive. This is a far better bonus, or excuse me, far better bonus going in than I think they could have hoped for earlier.
Yeah, we see Blades drop the Marshall in. Picks up the Spectre, and makes sense, more valuable gun, at least in terms of raw credits.
That's a good spot.
And we see him on these shorter angles anyways. He was hoping in that last round to get some easy frags down A short, but of course we saw the push go towards the B side, so he switches it up, and it's Stevo who picks up the Marshall this time around. If Marquette can at least get 3 rifles out of the hands of Marist, they'll be golden, but unfortunately for them, Argos is the one who draws first blood against Crotify.
Woke up against Crotify. Oh, but Atsu goes down as well. Marist looked good coming into this. Remember, they're gonna be on better weapons. Shock Dart almost getting Argos. That would have been heartbreaking. And with this happening, Stevo, it's one.
Spike planted.
Gonna get a second. It's a second. Okay, well this is better than what you could hope for. But Yellow Bros with the flank, gonna finish it out. Marist gonna go up a little bit, 6 to 9 overall. But Marquette now going to come into this round with rifles, and they're looking good.
They can feel comfy. It's about the time that ult should be building up. Atsu is 2 off, and we know that he's been consistently finding frags. So what I'm curious to see is when he does get the dimensional drift, what is going to be the strategy for Marquette to implement it? Are they going to save it for retakes, or do they want early information to make an aggressive play out? I ideally would like to see the latter. The former is a much safer option. We see the blind side go out, we see a peek, and we see a punish. Atsu is laid out.
Atsu's laid out very well, yeah, and that's not how you want to start. Remember, though, that Marquette this might work out worse for them right now. Nice Shark Dart gonna be avoided by Argos. More Shark Darts coming in. Stevo gonna be flashing off. It's Dog for the flash, but Yellow Bro's in a great position. Takes a bit of damage to their own teammate. Stevo moved into a nice position, was able to get 2. Now it's gonna be a 1v2. Blades with 1. Blades can't finish it up. Argos gets the third. 7 to 9 for Marist.
That is gotta hurt. Absolutely. When you have your rifles, it's your really first time to buy, and then the round is essentially robbed of you. That's gonna put Marquette in a really bad position economically. They don't have the option to play around here. Stevo has the null command, could be used for to create a pathway forward to try and get some early guns, but it just feels like Marist, they don't default. They don't open themselves up to those kind of options. They just kind of full send towards the site that they want to go to. Now, even without the ultimate, it looks like Stevo has opted for the aggressive play. Dog picks up the Phantom, and it looks like he's trying to secure a second kill, but it just doesn't go his way. Chaos is breaking out. Yairo and Argos are the ones to find the kills, and Marquette are just dwindling down.
Yeah, no. Oh! You can have it again, Ashley. The round ended before I can really say anything.
Yeah, it is. It is insane that, I mean, poor Dog, right? They pick up the Phantom. They have the gun, but I think they just overcommitted to the spray. And committed to it while they were still moving. It was a microsecond of difference, and I'd have to see it again to be 100% sure, but it just felt like none of their bullets were landing. Even the crosshair was at least on the chest of Argos and everyone else. And that resulted in, of course, the trades, because all of Marquette were clumped together. They were kind of hoping to steamroll the entirety of Marist. Doesn't go their way, and now they're forced to wait here once again. But at least this time, armed with rifles.
Not gonna be going into this. Shock dart's coming out. Let's get Argos a little bit. So that's better than how it's been going now. Atsu uses TP. Oh, they're just spraying in. Showstopper use as well. Blindly shot in, not gonna get anything for it. They're still. Oh, don't forget Atsu. Starting to actually not pay attention there. Atsu could maybe get something done with this. But rotates out. So now going towards A. This is the only one there. Atsu uses the dimensional drift. Scout out and we'll actually see one. We'll see two.
I'm back. Fake teleport.
Actually get a fake TP behind them. Maybe not the best play. I think they would assume that you wouldn't be TPing in there, but nice flash. Xiaoro. Magic spells returns it. Stevo. BB3. Flash up. Magic spells goes down, and this is looking like Marquette's game, and it is. They've taken it to double digits, 10-8.
I'd like to use the dimensional drift to procure information. It really got between the options there. I listed that, you know, they'd either use it for an aggressive initial play or they would use it for retake, and really neither of those things. They noticed a rotation coming out from Marist, one of very few, if any, that they've done before. And I think that information was pivotal to how fast Marquette, how comfortably they felt rotating quickly in that round. So they have their Yoru to thank, Atsu, an MVP for it. And now we see a split approach, a lurking jet from the side of Marist over towards the B main side, but the rest, along with the spike, looking posted up to A.
Yeah, posting up to A. Argo starts us off. Trades happening, but once again a split push. He's gonna look open. Sadly, Yellow Bros can't confirm the site clear. 4-3 for Marquette. Looking good. They want to take this to 11-8. They want to win the series nicely. Rendezvousing out. Now they're rotating towards B. I think they have a feeling. Blades and magic spells about to be ready. Blades TP's out. Blades TP's actually towards B. So is holding secure, which is surely hopefully doesn't end in their death, but I've done this so many times that I just get shot through the wall. So but I'm also bad.
Well, there's enough fake utility, right?
30 seconds left.
With Omen's teleport as well to trigger that noise, but then, of course, not show presence whatsoever. So I think Marist are assuming that case. We see Argos taking out Dog. That's going to open up the B site for as far as they can tell. Still someone in the teleporter. Magic spells. I like their positioning here. Clear out. But unfortunately for them, Blades is just a bit more careful. You could say they're on edge.
Argos in great position.
Last player standing.
Oh, tries to satchel away, but goes down to Stevo. Trademark going to be destroyed, giving Silverhand at least a little bit of information, but it is a great molly to force them out. And now there's no more smoke, so they're going to be looking at this. It's the diffuser, but goes down to Blades, and 11-8 for Marquette.
We always see this, the 3-round difference has so far in all of our maps been the sign of the team that ends up victorious. That when we see things split apart from a 2-round difference, that's when we know things have been set into stone. And for Marist, they've been stuck on 8 rounds total score for 2 rounds now. They haven't been able to fight back at all. They have tools in their pocket. There's 4 ultimates on the board for them to use. But the fact that they're not pacing the usage of their ultimates shows to me that they're not necessarily rehearsed on how to implement them. Yeah, From the Shadows is a little bit weaker on a smaller map like Bind. That doesn't mean it can't be leveraged in some advantageous way. And we're seeing no use out of it from both teams.
Marist have to win this. That is a great start, but the Hunter's Fury from Dog will be trading it back. Not gonna get anything else from there though. Yellow Bros gets it back to 3-1. Gonna be checking more. Flank from Atsu. Might actually be in the wrong position. Yellow Bros trying to peek into Crodify. Oh, misses the first shot. Yellow Bros doesn't peek. Backs up. Atsu in the wrong location. Gonna be looking at magic spells, however. Looks away! And goes down to Silverhand, and this is going in Marist's favor. They have a bunch of alts TPing to B, to be planting.
30 seconds left.
Retake can't happen quite fast. Shock darts. Not gonna dink a little bit. Levu coming out. Nice shock dart return. If I can't get the shot off, and Marist answered back, not wanting to give this series up just yet. 11-9.
That's one of the few times I think I like the idea of leaving your jet alone. Yellow Bros taking up the entirety of the A site defender's bandwidth. They're all worried about, all right, what is this jet doing in U-Haul and what can we do to stop them? That the rest of Marist is then enabled to do whatever they want. We saw magic spells outside ready to rotate. We know the other two left alive were moving through Market towards B. And finding that pick onto Atsu, securing their flank, knowing full well that, all right, that was the B player. Huge implementation of the ultimate.
Huge implementation. Oh, this boombox broken just in time. Also stopping Silverhand from advancing forward. So the Phantom in turn gets rid of the Spectre. Let's see, with the share of 30 HP. 30 HP can sell headshot. Ani just waiting. As the rest of his team, or most of his team, half of his team, rotates towards A. Blades, as usual, standing firm. Recon dart, heaven. I don't think can actually doesn't check it.
That is unfortunate timing for magic spells. They're taken out by Blades once again. Feels like consistently Blades is showing off the Omen difference.
Cover going out.
They hear the sound of the teleporter, that there's more presence towards A, and opts to go ahead and smoke off the showers, which should make them feel safer for now, and it does. It allows them to peek out towards Hero and secure the frag. And on top of it, with the push-pull angle peaks, Crodify make sure to get rid of their own counterpart as well. With a lone jet, what is there left to do but perish? Nothing. So they fall, and this takes us to match point. Map point.
Map point, yeah, for Marquette. This is exactly, this is actually very similar to how Marist played against DPU. They got it close. They almost got it to double digits. But Marquette clutching it out. It's gonna be a full buy versus almost a full buy. Stevo, I think, just coming back with that guardian stuff.
Let's play.
Teleport's gonna be trying to op long. Dog just picks the orb up and goes. Actually, great play. On with the tour de force from Marist. Aldrone confirming probably both. Nice shock dart. That's too very low. But into hookah.
I'm not a fan of the positioning of the B-site hold. Marquette are essentially giving up the direct part of the site, and they're holding it in the same angle. It's going to enable them to fall. Stevo does exactly that. Natsu zoned off by the nade. Yeah, it's over with. The space has been taken. But even more so, even more intelligently, is they're even thinking about backing off. But I think they realize after finding two, they want to recommit. And all the chaos ensues here, Zohan.
All the chaos ensues. Showstopper coming in, not going to catch anything.
Spike planted.
Dog wanted to back out of there. Wanting to go for a better position. Paranoia going to be used. Are they going to get anything for it? Trades. 3v2 is still in the favor of Marist.
One enemy remaining.
That goes down. All up to Blades. Might get one. I think spotted through the smoke. Gonna dig off. Yellow Bros misses as well. I was gonna try to TP. Misses.
Yep.
Gyro's still standing there. And Gyro turns around finally and then finishes us out.
Is it Gyro, Gyro, or Euro?
I think technically it's supposed to be Euro, but
Because I'm thinking like, I mean, if it's like gyro, like gyroscope, all right, you know, that's cool. But then like, you know,
it's the
thinking
Greek
about
one.
the food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's like, I know there's offshoots like Yidel, but I mean, I assume it.
Even Gir, like if you were actually going for like Mediterranean, it actually sometimes has Z sounds.
Where? I got questions and I need answers, but unfortunately, don't got them right now.
I've got them right now. Yeah, going into this, Marist finally at double digits. First time I've seen them at double digits the entire tournament. They are actually 0-2 at the moment.
Portal
And
closed.
literally, I think, yeah, besides Sienna, only DePaul, only thing with wins so far. All looking like the overall favorites coming into this. Okay, but Gyro, Yauro, Zero, whatever you want to say. Hunter's Fury, not going to get anything for it. Recon Bolt going in the wrong direction. Blade sees it.
Quiet now.
Nice shot to by Dog with the judge. We back. Gyro's going to go to the wrong direction. What if I peeks out? It's one. Oh, and Dog gets yellow, bros. This is heartbreaking for Marist. What looked to be a good position for them is a 2v5. Silverhand goes down, and with that magic spills, the coach, Clutch, has the spike. Go to B. Actually, that could work out. It's gonna be very hard. It's 38 HP and an ace needing to happen to get anything done.
Ooh.
1 TP. Stevo out.
He steps in a hookah. He's getting shot at. That's it.
Yep.
Defenders
Perfect
towards
timing.
it.
Stevo.
13 to 10.
It's clairvoyance in the side of the. I mean, he's a robot, right? Maybe he can do math fast enough to see the future. You know, like calculations. Could be. Who knows? But an all-around great map. The second sighting of Bind and Argos with 7 total first bloods. We see a consistent theme with certain collegiate duelists that, you know, they get less than maybe like 3-4 first bloods. They aren't really going in. It's it really is Argos bringing the heat for their squad. That's absolutely an impressive stat to show off. They got something to be proud of as they move forward into the next map. But Zohan, if you got any final comments, lead us through them. But you know, if not, I guess we have time for the next match.
We have so much time before the next match, and yeah, just heartbreaking for Marist. Going to double digits, but still not securing their first win. I believe this is Marquette's first win of the round robin, so it moves them up to about mid-table, maybe second. I think it just depends on where the overall standing scores of Sienna are. Yeah, we're going to be hopping into a quick break, but after that, more EGFC Power Series coming up.